We have contact. Not too bad. Yourself?
Pretty good. What's going on with you?
Just out taking some pictures.
Okay, do you mind telling me how you did?
Actually, I'm kind of on a time schedule.
Okay, I need to talk to you, so we need to stop and talk to me.
Am I being detained?
I want to stop and talk to you.
I appreciate that. No.
Yes, at the moment you are being detained.
For what crime?
I find out what's going on.
For what crime?
If you're looking in vehicles, I need to find out who you are.
For what crime?
What you're doing.
What crime am I being detained for?
I'm investigating.
That's not a crime. What crime?
Investigating.
Ma'am, what
You have
crime?
some ID with you.
No, ma'am. What crime? What crime am I being suspected of?
Right now, I don't know.
Exactly. So there's
But
no reason to
if you're
detain.
looking in vehicles and you're taking pictures and you're inside taking pictures of
All legal activities, ma'am.
what's that?
They're all legal activities.
Can I ask why? Let me talk to you for a minute. What's your first name? Tell me that.
I'd rather not give that up.
That's fine too. You're making everybody in there very uncomfortable.
Well,
you're going in there taking pictures of them.
I didn't go in there to take pictures of them. I went in there just to get pictures of the inside of the post office, and I grabbed a passport application while I was in there.
Okay. Why are you taking pictures of the inside of the post office?
It's part of what I'm working on.
Okay. Is that?
I'm working on it. Yeah, right now it is. I'm working on a story on the post office. It'll be online, and I'm hoping in about a week, whoever picks it up. You can just Google Claremore Post Office, and it'll come up.
That's fair, but you're making everybody really uncomfortable, and now you're not wanting to talk to me. They're telling me you're looking in cars, so I'm going to find out what's going on. I have a reason to find out.
They're going to tell you that so they can get you out here.
That's great.
I've never...
A hard-hitting opener. The channel frames this as a First Amendment test and primes viewers for conflict. Within seconds, we see polite civic action collide with a patrol mindset. Recording in public becomes suspicious. This intro sets the moral question, who gets to define suspicious, and hooks the audience to watch for rights being tested.
And then if I find out that you're good, then you can be on your way and do what you're doing. But I have a job to do.
I understand that.
It's not to give you a hard time.
But I also have a job to do, and I have things to do. I don't have time to waste around here. I'm on my last pass, and then I'm out. I've already explained to them what I'm doing.
Okay. You explained to who?
3 different people.
Okay, who are the 3 people?
I don't know who they are. I didn't have one name. One lady said her name was Trish.
Central. Who's your RPM? It's the post office calling. They have an issue with you.
I understand that, but I don't.
Reason to be here.
I don't care about their issue. This is a First Amendment protected activity. If they're uneasy, I'm sorry. I told them what I was doing.
Okay.
It doesn't get any simpler.
When you walk away from me, you don't want to talk to me. I'm here for a valid reason. I'm here for a legal reason.
I'm not trying to be.
Talk to me.
I know. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't have to talk to you, ma'am, and I don't want to. I have no, ma'am. I don't.
For a complaint, and you were in there, and they called me. Were you the one that was in there?
Yes, I went inside. That doesn't matter. It's a public place. It's perfectly legal.
And so you're okay with the fact that you made everybody very uncomfortable.
I don't. Yeah, actually I am, because I told them there's nothing nefarious going on. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now,
how am I supposed to know that? Now just look at it from my point of view. I'm out here. I get a call about a guy, and it's okay that you're recording. That's fine. That happens to us all the time.
Sure.
I'm recording too, so we're good to go.
All right.
Okay? But I get a call about a guy who's in the post office taking pictures, who's out in the parking lot taking pictures, and is looking in cars.
Well...
So
that's hearsay. I was not looking in any vehicles.
Okay.
I wasn't even close enough to look in any vehicles.
I know that when I get here, you walk away from me. You don't want to talk to me.
No.
You don't want to tell me who you are. Makes me very suspicious of you.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay. I need to see some ID from you.
No, ma'am. This is not a stop and ID state. Am I free to go?
No, you are not. I told you I'm detaining you until I find out what's going on here.
Okay, but you didn't tell me what crime. What crime do you suspect?
Tension tightens fast. The officer shifts from polite to detaining language, insisting the man stop and talk. The civilian calmly asks the critical question, "Am I being detained?" and demands to know the crime. That simple exchange exposes the boundary between lawful detention and vague suspicion. This clip is a clinic in what to listen for, clarity or lack thereof.
Back me off.
That's what I'm trying to find out. If you're looking in cars,
Ma'am,
that makes me very suspicious.
In order to detain somebody, you have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed.
As soon as my supervisor gets here, we'll talk to the post office, who complained. We'll find out their side of the story as well. Until I find out what's going on, I'm doing an investigation now, and you're staying put.
And what is your name and badge number?
You give me your name, I'll give you mine.
No, ma'am.
I work for Claremore Police Department.
I understand that. I'm not a public official. You are duty bound to
Am I?
identify yourself. You are. So what is your name and badge number? What is your name and badge number?
I work for Claremore Police Department.
Okay. And you are officer who? Okay, if you're not going to identify yourself to me, then
what?
Then you're not going to detain me, and I'm going to be on my way because you're not an officer in my eyes.
I'm on the north side of the post office.
So, what is your name and badge number? And what crime do you suspect me of committing?
I'm investigating what you were doing.
That's not a crime. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Go round and round, but...
Okay, well... What is your name and badge number?
To the other part of this.
I don't have to stay here.
What's going on? You are going to stay here. I don't know what's going on.
That doesn't matter.
I have complaints that you're looking in vehicles. Now I get here, and you're on the sidewalk, and you're taking pictures, and you're recording, and I'm good with that. I don't care.
But you won't tell me your name.
My issue is you were in there.
That doesn't matter. If you don't care, then why won't you tell me what your name and badge number is?
No, I care because you were in there causing a disturbance.
I wasn't causing a disturbance.
You were because they called.
That's not my problem.
Okay. It is now because you're here.
How are we doing, sir?
Oh, I've had better days. You?
What's going on?
Ask her. She thinks she's going to detain me.
You are staying here. I told you. You're not going anywhere.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
You have to.
This segment becomes a duel of burdens. The officer claims complaints and looking in cars. The civilian insists on legality and First Amendment protection. Watch how tone and phrasing are used as pressure tools. Your making people uncomfortable becomes rationale for suspicion. It's a textbook moment. Know when to assert rights and when to insist on probable cause.
There is no disturbance. You have to articulate a crime. What is her name and badge number? She's refused to give it to me.
Why are we here?
I'm taking pictures. That's it.
Okay, why are we taking pictures?
I'm working on a story on the post office.
Okay. Or where's your firearm at?
What makes you think I'm carrying?
Because you have a holster on your back.
It's empty.
Okay, well, I'm asking, is it on your person?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you have any ID on you?
No, sir.
Okay, what's your name, partner?
I'm not going to give it.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, not right yet.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure that out.
I understand it. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion, sir.
I gave you that. You were inside taking pictures, you're looking in cars, and you're taking pictures of the cars.
I'm not looking in cars, and there's no proof of that. And it doesn't matter. I can take pictures of everything.
If there is no proof of that, you will be free to leave.
Okay, what is your name and badge number, officer?
I told you give me your name, I'll give you mine.
Is that what you tell the judge when he asks? What is your name and badge number, ma'am? Keep smirking. This is going to be very bad for your post or for your department. What is your?
I'm Sergeant Book with the Claremore Police Department.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
What is your name and badge number, ma'am?
Give you the information.
No, he didn't give me yours. I want the names and badge numbers of everybody on this call.
Haven't been drinking tonight, have we?
What is her name and badge number, sir?
Have you been drinking this afternoon?
Have you? What is her name and badge number?
But I see an alcohol bottle laying right here on the ground, so I'm asking you, have you been drinking?
Take it up, fingerprint it. What?
I am asking you a question.
And I'm refusing to answer. What is your name and badge? Or what is her name and badge
Now I'm
number?
detaining you because I'm going to make sure you're not intoxicated in public.
What a bunch of bullshit. What is your name and badge number?
I believe I already told you.
What
that.
is her name and badge number?
I'm talking to you right now. All right.
Well, I'm clamming up. What is your name and badge number?
You haven't been drinking. I want to make sure you haven't been drinking.
Please
Come
give
here.
me a little space.
Come here. Come here.
I'm creating space.
I'm going to check your eyes to make sure that you haven't been drinking.
No, sir, you're not.
Yes, sir, I am.
No, sir, you're not.
Yes, sir, I am.
No, you're not.
Do me a favor. Keep that right there. I don't care. Keep that right there. See the tip of this pen? How much you had to drink?
Now the stop pivots into practical control measures, IDs, badge numbers, and proximity. The civilian refuses to ID. The officer refuses to explain the suspected crime. That stalemate is strategic. One side tries to create documentation and control movement. The other protects anonymity and evidence. This clip shows the choreography of escalation and the importance of recorded context.
Drink today. How much have you had to drink today?
I don't drink.
See the tip of this pen? I want to make sure that you're safe to do this.
I don't consent to field sobriety tests, especially when there's fucking no.
Where you're standing, there's an alcohol bottle.
When she stopped me, I was down there.
Whenever I showed up, you were standing right there.
Congratulations. See where her car's parked? That's where she stopped me.
Okay. All right.
Which is, I don't know, what's that, about 60, 70 feet away from that? So what is your name and badge number, ma'am, last time?
Make it the last one.
Okay, well, I'll call the chief.
Here's the deal. Whenever I make sure that you haven't been looking into cars and doing stuff like that, if I can establish that, you're on your way.
Well, do what you got to do then.
All right, then. Do me a favor, sir. Don't put your hands in your pockets, okay?
Your hands are in yours.
Listen to me, all right? You've got a holster on. I don't know if you have a gun or not. If you keep your hands out of your pockets, everything is fine.
Hey, I've told you I'm not armed.
Well, okay, here's the deal. You're not really acting rationally at the moment. All right?
Standing up for my rights is not being rational.
Not cause you any problems. Somebody called us.
I understand that. And she won't even identify herself. How professional is that?
Okay, well, you haven't really given us.
It's cold.
Given us.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Do me a favor. Just keep your hands out of your pockets. That's all I ask. All right. You understand why we're here. We got a call. We're not just here because we feel like it. Somebody called us. You made them uncomfortable inside. You're going in taking pictures. If you want to take pictures of the facility, I don't have a problem with that. But whenever you're taking pictures of citizens, it makes them uneasy.
Well, so that's their problem, not mine.
Okay.
And when you get a call for...
You get here for a second?
When you get a call for service on somebody taking pictures, you should say, that's a First Amendment protected activity.
The post office is your call. They have a problem with what you're doing that makes it a disturbance.
It's perfectly legal what I'm doing. They've already come out and said that it's legal.
This segment is the showdown where procedure and performance collide. After a prolonged standoff about identity, the officer escalates to sobriety checks and behavioral judgments, producing an empty bottle and demanding eye checks and field tests. Notice the rhetorical shift. Suspicion about looking in cars morphs into concerns about intoxication and public safety. A cascade of pretexts that widen officers' discretionary scope. Listen carefully to the microdynamics. The officer's script contains repeating frames. Someone called us. You made people uncomfortable. I have to investigate. Language that sounds factual, but relies on unverified third-party claims. Each repetition reinforces authority and narrows the civilian's available responses. The civilian remains consistent. First Amendment activity. No vehicle searching, no drinking. That calm repetition is crucial. It positions him as measured and evidentiary, while the officer deploys uncertainty as leverage. Tactically, the officer uses a common toolbox. Request ID, ask about drinking, ask to keep hands visible, perform a subjective sobriety check. These are small procedural escalations that appear reasonable on the surface, but can be used to lengthen detention and gather compliance. For viewers, this is a lesson. Rights can be eroded not by dramatic force, but by successive, seemingly minor intrusions that add up into a coercive encounter. For content and commentary, isolate the moment the officer produces the bottle and demands the sobriety check. That instant is the pivot. The interaction stops being a single complaint and becomes an investigative cascade. Point out how documentation, video, time, witnesses, and calm verbal repetition preserve the civilian's position, and emphasize the practical takeaway. If you're recording, keep your purpose clear. Ask point blank whether you're free to go, and request supervisory identification when detainment is vague or prolonged. This segment is a deep, teachable escalation, dramatic for viewers, and instructive for anyone who might film in public.
Well,
that's why we're here.
It's her problem, not mine.
We were busy and have other things to do, so I'm not here to harass you or give you a hard time. But you're not acting right.
I'm acting just fine.
From the beginning.
Because I don't want to talk to the police? That's not acting right?
Oh, you walk away from the police.
Right, because I don't want to talk to you because you drum up stupid shit like, have you been drinking because there's an empty bottle on the ground? Come on. Am I free to go? Are they done now?
Not yet.
What is your name and badge number, sir?
You have the sergeant.
Sherman 144. Thank you, sir. Well, that's 2 out of 3 that have been professional. Thank you.
So you said you're doing a story on the post office?
Yes, sir.
What kind of story are you doing on the post office?
You can see it online in a few days.
Can you tell me what it's about, or like?
Well, now it's going to be about the First Amendment in the post office because they're obviously not trained. Because they have documentation from their higher-ups that was released. Let's see, first is Poster 7, I believe, and then there is a memo that came out 8 years ago. So I think they've had enough time.
As far as what, I guess, what memo? I mean,
Public, right, I understand. It's public photography. Basically, the Department of Homeland Security in 2010 came out with a letter.
Yeah.
Came out with a memo that said it was perfectly legal to record any federal installation, any federal property. That's it. I mean, that's it. I haven't bothered anybody. I went inside, I got a passport application, said thank you, and see you later. Just taking pictures, that's it, man.
They said that recording was a crime here?
Yeah, the lady who came out and talked to me said that you can't record federal property, but she's misinformed. Yes. Okay. Yeah, she's misinformed. And I actually told her, I was like, call the police if that's what you feel like you want to do, and they'll educate you. I didn't think it was going to be this, because obviously there's a few officers here that aren't educated on this.
Okay. So what else are you what stories else are you doing?
A lot of it has to do with First Amendment stuff and, government accountability.
So you've been to the jail, courthouse,
yep,
police station out here?
Yes, sir.
Where else are you going to go?
Actually, I'm done after this.
Done after this?
Yeah.
Have a good day.
All right. Excuse me.
Now, I gotta be honest, the fact that this Tyrant female cop didn't identify herself, it's bugging me. So I ask you, what would you have done differently if it was you in his place? Let me know down below in the comments. And this is why it is so important for you to know your rights and to help us to bring awareness to the rest of the public. So don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, like the video, and leave a comment to keep the conversation going. And remember, always record the police.
The final act is a lesson in resolution and narrative control. After officers identify themselves, a mixed display of professionalism, the encounter shifts from confrontation to explanation. The civilian frames his actions as a public interest story and cites federal guidance on photography, rebutting the initial alarm. The dynamic now becomes about education. The officer explains why the call came in. The civilian explains his legal basis, and the tension moves into whether institutional knowledge or community perception controls public space. This clip reveals several important features of police-citizen encounters. First, identification and transparency matter. When officers withhold names or behave inconsistently, it escalates suspicion and diminishes trust. The civilians' repeated requests for names and badge numbers are not mere theatrics. They create accountability markers that matter later if complaints or litigation follow. Second, the crowd's role is crucial. Even unfounded discomfort from bystanders can create a legitimate-sounding business for police. Authorities will often err toward investigation when community members report unease. That social dynamic, complaint-driven policing, is how small incidents spiral into formal stops. Notice also how procedural language is used to justify detention. "We have to check you for intoxication," or "we're investigating complaints," are broad, flexible phrases. They can be lawful when anchored by reasonable suspicion, but they can also be vague. The civilian's response, calmly stating First Amendment purpose, offering that he got a passport form, and saying he's producing a story, reframes the interaction as civic and legal, not clandestine. That reframing weakens the vague complaint's force. For creators and viewers, this is the best segment to drive home practical advice. Always record. Clearly state your purpose. Ask if you are free to leave. Request supervisor identification if detainment lacks clarity. And preserve evidence of what you were doing. Photos of the scene, timestamps, witness names. The officer's eventual partial admission of misinformed complainants underscores the final moral. An encounter that begins as a minor social discomfort can balloon into a police stop. But documentation, calm persistence, and knowledge of rights are the tools that limit unnecessary escalation. End the video here with a reflective note. The law may protect certain acts, but culture and perception drive calls for enforcement. The audience should leave both informed and mobilized, understanding not only their rights, but the practical steps to protect them in real time.